I think for me, I would have saved myself so much hurt, disappointment. Um, Hello family, hello friends, hello Khula clan. Welcome back to yet another episode of 30 Lessons at 30. My name is Kwena. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And today we're doing another impactful episode of a lesson that I've learned in my 30 years of life. And today's a good one, eh? I think. And today's lesson is, honey, chomi, don't go collecting red flags. What do I mean? When people show you who they are, please believe them like the first time. Maybe you can like make a mistake or the second time, but the third and the fourth time, it's your fault. You've signed a full membership to join the club, okay? And you're gonna keep collecting those red flags. Yo. And I think this is an important lesson, not just in general, but like it's just an important life lesson. And also another lesson, but I'll cover that a bit later. Let me get into this first bit. So collecting red flags. I think for me, I would have saved myself so much hurt, disappointment, discouragement, just overall pain if I just acknowledged people for who they are, like as they show me. And yes, sometimes we may find ourselves in situations that are compromising to us, and we just go along with them because maybe we don't know any better. And I think that's another important thing. Like, you also need to, in this journey of like knowing to recognize red flags, a lot of it has to do with the experience. And yes, people can sit on a couch and tell you like, oh, when this person does this, that's a red flag. When this person does that, that's a red flag. But you will know from experience, like, moto sharp, you know, like this person's not okay and I'm going to exit the situation. So it's so important to know that. But also, like, even if you were or are a collector of red flags, proudly or unproudly so, forgive yourself for what you didn't know. Because sometimes people present themselves as like great people to be around, and only after the fact they will reveal who they truly are. And sometimes that only happens over time. And sometimes people put up facades and be like, oh, this is how I am, and you believe that, right? And only down the line that you really see, like, once the mask is off, you get to really see who a person truly is. So really do your research around people, like get to know people over time. Really take your time when getting to know people, like really take your time. And I know you can't know people 100% completely, but there are certain areas where you need to be 100% sure with what kind of people you bring on. I'll say in two specific environments. One, who you decide to partner with long term. You better be sure. And those red flags better be at a minimum. You better really know like what is for you, what is not for you, and don't just collect those red flags thinking things will get better over time. They're just gonna get worse, okay? And another area that you shouldn't ignore red flags is when it comes to business partnerships and relationships. Your people can make or break your business, okay? You can tell I'm a bit like touchy about the topic, but it's so true. Like when it's time to ask somebody to leave your business, leave your situation, politely do so. Like, politely do so. It will save the both of you a lot of hurt in the long term, okay? Like, it will save you a lot of hurt and money, yeah? And in both situations, right? I hear that, things like divorce can be quite costly. And another thing, that you also need to recognize about red flags is that also take note of the red flags in you, right? It's so easy to point fingers at other people and say, oh, I can't believe so-and-so did this to me. I can't believe I can't believe. But ultimately, in all these relationships and in all these situations or situationships, you are the common denominator. So learn to be self-aware and recognize the red flags within yourself, like things that you'd like to work on, things that you'd like to change. And that comes with also implementing some sort of or some form of personal development and working towards being the person that you'd like to be, working towards the things that you'd like to have, and attracting the right kind of relationships and bonds for your life. So yeah, tell me, don't collect the red flags, okay? And get rid of the red flags in your own life. And yeah, that is my lesson for today. Have you ever been in situations where you just kept on collecting red flags and it ended up in your detriment? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, let's have a conversation down there, and I will see you in my next episode. Goodbye.
To the seed of hope, we say GOLA. To eternal joy and peace, we say GOLA. To our dreams, we say GOLA, GOLA, GOLA. GOLA, 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 GOLA.